find the key levels, wait for the market to open, play around those levels with a huge risk reward.
Hi everyone, Simon and Aiman here. We're excited today to share another kind of live replay practice session. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure that you head to stocktradingsimulator.com and in the bottom right-hand corner sign up for email subscription. Just because we're actually sending out for free weekly simulator homework, going through various trade ideas, explaining our reasoning and so on. And these videos are part of that. So every week we've been sending out a video where we kind of walk you through our trade thinking, methodology, stock selection, and so on. So today, what we're going to be talking about is a trade that I actually took and manually traded after the open on October 26th. It was on F. So to give you a little bit of a brief overview of how kind of I built my bias and selected my level, taking a look at F, you can see that on the daily chart, it's in a strong uptrend since roughly mid-September. It's holding the 9 EMA on the daily chart all the way up. And you can see really nice confirmation candles nearing the 9. So my trade hypothesis was finding a key level on a lower time frame, given the fact that the daily chart is in an uptrend, given the fact that it's holding a major moving average, and price was opening relatively close to that moving average that day. So a nice confirmation candle on yesterday's candle on the daily, which then I zoomed in and took a look at the 30-minute chart, or you can also see the relevant level on the 60-minute chart. So on the 30, you can see an overextended move with a huge drop into approximately 1581 or 1582 if you want to use the bodies of the candles. So this level acted as significant support and ended up being yesterday's low. So that gave me the bias that if I'm looking for a support play, if I'm looking for a long trade, this is going to be the key level that I leverage. I'm going to watch price action right around 1581, 1582, which also coincides right by the daily 9 EMA as well as yesterday's low. So this is kind of the high-level trade planning of, as I was going through my watch list, my stock selection on October 26th, this is why F caught my eye. And then, of course, the confirmation and going through entry management and so on was related to the lower time frames. So, Aiman, I'll pass it off to you, and I'd love to see how you'd kind of manage the entry and go through, analyzing this trade.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And hey again, as Simon explained briefly, the main thing we're looking at is the bigger time frames. Build the bias, find the levels, and that is done. Now we see that the level which we are interested in is at 1581. We could play the stock, and again, you don't really need to wait for a long time. Maybe you know your plan. You know that you need to wait for 1581 or closer to 1581. Play it, for example, at 10 times speed, and wait for the price to get closer to it. This is the beauty of replay. You don't really need to wait for a long time for your plan to happen, for your setup to be ready. Increase the speed. Once it gets closer to your level, closer to your execution, you could decrease the speed, 5 times speed, for example. And look at this. Now it's getting closer to the level. There it is. It is closer to the level, holding the level. And all we need to do is hit the buy button closer to the level. Personally, I think the best level price to buy at, look at this, how it's holding, would be around 1583, 1584 with a 3-cent stop loss, because if it doesn't move a lot, you can see that the average true range in F approximately 40 to 50 cents. It's not that big of an ATR. It will not squeeze you out, even if you have a tight stop loss. Like the biggest candle you had around here is around 9 cents. The risk is totally manageable. Enter as close as possible to the low, and the best thing is around 3 cents closer to it. And I believe Simon gets somewhere an entry somewhere around 1583 or 84 when he was playing it. Now, the stock is moving in our direction, and normally when we are playing those, we try to aim for 7 Rs, 7 to 1. But we'll discuss that in future videos. What you could aim for is maybe VWAP, the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart, or maybe higher targets depending on your trade management. What we're looking for is an add. So let's increase the speed to 10 times speed, and we want to see some sort of confirmation to give us an add. You don't add on the way up, because you know that the market moves in waves, and it's better to add when the price goes down or when it gives you a higher low wave, for example, just to get a better price and a better average. And looking at this one, just making lower lows and lower highs. There it is, still dropping down with lower lows and lower highs. Wait for the confirmation. Look at this, it's still dropping down. It's either getting us out or it's giving us a confirmation to add into our position. That's the new high around here. Maybe I just rushed it by 1 second, but there it is. That would be basically the high where you could add to your position, and now just wait for the target. What is the target? As we mentioned, the first target could be the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. It could be higher depending on your stock selection. We could just simply fast forward it if you are not willing to wait for a long time and see what it's done like 10 or 15 minutes after. Or you see it actually reached our target, which is the 9, and even a bit higher. So yeah, that would have been a place. Let's go a bit back. That would have been a place where you could have started taking partials, small partial or big partial depending on your trade management. Leave small portion for a higher run. And again, unfortunately for now, 10 times speed is the biggest. But let's say your target is, for example, 1610. You are willing to wait for the rest of your shares to either hit your target, which is the high of the pre-market, or 1610, or you are willing to get some out. What you could do is just simply fast forward it slightly. That's it. It's going in our favor. It's closer to our target. For example, it's reaching our target. Either take a small partial or continue holding it for a break of the pre-market high, which it actually eventually did. So this is basically the way me and Simon trade. Take a look at the bigger time frames, build the buys, take a look at a smaller time frame, 30 minutes or an hourly chart, find the key levels, wait for the market to open, play around those levels with a huge risk to reward. And the most important thing is trade management and holding longer for your winners. We hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.